Chicago White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
Last night in Game 1 versus the Indians, Gordon Beckham found himself in the catbird seat right before launching his first home run of the season. With 2 more hits and 2 RBIs and an eventual 7-2 win, Beckham and our Sox find themselves in a 2-way tie atop the American League Central standings. And tonight, they look to separate themselves from the rest of the pack as they go for 2 in a row versus the Indians. It's White Sox baseball coming up next. From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, A.J. Pierzynski, and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Johnny Damon as Asdrubal Cabrera and Manny Acta's Cleveland Indians. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ken Harrelson. He's Steve Stone as we get set to bring you Game 2 of this 3-game series. In the opener last night, Chris Sale went out and pitched himself another good ball game. Gordon Beckham had a big evening, hitting his first home run of the season. And the Sox won that ball game 7-2. So the Sox now, as we speak, 12-11. And tonight, Philip Humber.
Philip Humber, you know about the perfect game. And last time out against Boston, he wasn't particularly good. But he's got an all left-hand hitting lineup. And sometimes you get a release point, you can stay there and throw the ball well. Lifetime against his Indian team, he hasn't done well with an ERA up close to 7. Josh Tomlin goes to the mound for the Indians. He's 1-2 this year. His ERA a little bit higher than he would like. He probably will top out at 88 miles an hour. This is a guy with a good curveball who needs his control to be successful. So we can take over sole possession of first place with a win tonight. Let's go get it.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Ford. Drive one. The new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. BMO Harris Bank. Helping money make sense. BMO Harris Bank. NA member FDIC. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. And by Toyota. With great specials on fuel-efficient vehicles. Right now, you can get a lot for less at your local Toyota dealer.
For first place tonight, as Detroit has already lost. And let's see how Manny Acta is going to line up his Cleveland Indians. Johnny Damon playing for the first time as a member of the Indians. Then it's Kipnis, Cabrera, Hafner, Santana, Chu, Brantley, Kochman, and Hanahan, all left-hand hitters to face Philip Umber. The defense and how they'll line up. Viciedo, Diaza, and Rios left to right with Morel, Ramirez, Beckham, and Dunn. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And the Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is Philip Umber, looking for win number 2 in this his 4th start of the year. So it's a beautiful night for baseball. 78 degrees at game time. There is some weather in the offing, but right now, none anywhere near us. So they've thrown the ball around the infield. We're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to throw it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
All right, Stevie. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with Comcast Sportsnet. So happy you could join us for game 2 of this 3-game set. As Johnny Damon making his first appearance in a Cleveland uniform, gets ready to see the first pitch of the ball game from Philip Umber. And there's the strike. Damon, 38 years old, is a lifetime .286 hitter in the big leagues with 231 home runs and 1,120 RBIs. But the thing about Damon, if there's one word that probably capsulizes his career, he's a winner. Everywhere he's been, they've won.
It's one of the reasons why they signed him to a minor league deal. They brought him to the major leagues when they needed some outfielding. And he's played on the big stage.
Well, when he was with the Yankees and when he was with Boston, he was one of the best 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitters in the game. He also has over 400 stolen bases. He gone. He knew it. Hook.
He set him up with a fastball. He got ahead early, and then he dropped the hammer on it. Good pitch. And a good way to start the ball game.
That'll bring up Kipnis. Jason hitting at .283 homers. He's driven in 13. He was 3 for 4 last night with an RBI. Takes first pitch strike. Out of Northbrook, young man's got a chance to be a good player. As that almost got him. From up here, it sounded like it did get him.
Well, perhaps a 3 for 4 last night got Phillips' attention, so he wanted to move him back off the plate a touch.
Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it. And the count 3-1.
Kipnis is a big part of their running game.
And that's foul straight back. In and out of the upper tank. Indeed, it is a lovely evening here in the City Beautiful.
Tough day today, but humid, warm, great baseball weather now. I talked with Kipnis. I asked him why he lays the bat back like that. He said because he had a tendency to wrap it around the back of his neck. And by laying it out like that, he keeps it right where he wants to in his hand and doesn't wrap it near as much.
And that's ball 4. So in his last outing after the perfect game, he walked the leadoff hitter. And then things went bad from there.
Well, the Indians have 15 stolen bases as a team, and Kipnis has 5 of them, so 1/3 of their running attack has just been walked.
Here's Asdrubal. Cabrera, switch hitter, 0 for 4 last night, hitting at .284. Takes that pitch upstairs, outfield there, straight up, spread out. Not equidistant.
Cabrera, a little better hitter from the right side, but he has considerably more power as a left-hand hitter.
There's the strike. Well, last year he hit .273 with 25 long ones and knocked in 92.
Got a fairly substantial contract. This year the power number is down to this point, but this guy's a really solid player and a terrific shortstop. The umpires for the game tonight: Jeff Kellogg behind the plate, Eric Cooper is at first, Marty Foster is at second, and Tim Timmons is at third.
And here at the old ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. This is the fourth meeting of the year between these two clubs. The first three Sox have won them all. Two and one.
Our catchers have gunned down 9 would-be base stealers, and the base stealers have only been successful 4 times. So a combination of A.J. and Tyler Flowers have done a terrific job. See Mark Parent giving the signs to see if he wants to throw over to first.
Curveball strike. Well, the pitchers have been doing a much better job in giving them an opportunity, which without that, no chance.
Well, they paid a lot of attention to that in the spring, and it's worked wonders. Now you might see Kipnis going, try to stay out of the double play.
Long set.
Cabrera's grounded into 5 double plays. Most unusual for a guy who runs fairly well. There you look at the numbers on Kipnis this year. Has a lot of friends and family in the stands.
That ball hit hard. Alex not going to be able to get that as it one hops into the bullpen, so a ground rule double. And that walk will stop at third.
This was a rolling breaking ball. The break wasn't all that sharp, and Cabrera, I told you about his power from the left side, drives a one-hop rocket out of the ballpark. The break was that it didn't hit the top of the fence. Otherwise, Kipnis scores easily.
That will bring up the cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Travis Hafner, who was 0 for 4 last evening. Comes in hitting at .277. A couple of homers. He's driven in 10. So trouble of brewing right here in the top of the first if you're just joining us. Looking for it, got it, couldn't do anything with it.
Infield back, they're going to concede the run on a ground ball.
Oh, and 2 the count. Now he's looking for the punch out.
Good curveball. Now you want one a little bit lower than that. Put a little pressure on A.J. to block it if it's down. Now is when you try to get Hafner out of the strike zone.
Yes, he did. He gone. Big strikeout. 2 down.
That was a sharp breaking slider. It was down and in. It was out of the zone in a perfect spot. And Jeff Kellogg said yes indeed, and he did. Go completely around. Huge pitch by Umber, and a chance to get out of this without giving up any runs.
But he's got a tough customer at the plate in Santana. Carlos, another switch hitter. Dangerous. Takes that inside. Last year he had .239, but he cranked out 27 homers and drove in 79.
Another guy who's a better hitter as a right-hand hitter, but considerably more power as a lefty. All three of his home runs have come from this side.
Fouls that fastball back. So very stressful inning here for Umber. Even if they don't score, it's been a good inning for the Indians.
Well, he's about to deliver pitch number 23. Ooh, that was borderline. It's our Nissan pitch tracks, and as you can see, could have gone either way. It went Santana's way.
And the 2-1.
One thing to bear in mind here as you go after Santana, Chu hasn't played in a week. He's had a hamstring problem, so this is his first game back. It's actually been 8 days. So you want to be careful. The very powerful Carlos Santana.
And that'll load him up. Shin-Sin Chu, 29-year-old outfielder, comes in hitting at .237, no homers. He's driven in 9.
For the game, he tested out that hamstring. He ran the bases. He got cleared to play, and here he is. You talked about hitting off a raised front foot, that nobody did it at the time, and he does it. What does it do for him? What did it do for you?
Well, for me, it just gave me a chance to stay back, but easier. The same thing, right? Got that heel up, and it was more of a timing device. And I mean, for me, it just clicked. And the way I had that was I was really in a funk, a slump, big time. And remember Darren Johnson?
Sure.
So Darren Johnson, we were taking extra hitting one day in Kansas City. He said, "Hawk," he said, "try something different."
That was different at the time.
Oh, nobody did it. Out of play left side. So he said, "I don't care what you do." I said, "What are you talking about different?" He said, "Do something." And I just got up on my tippy toe, my left foot, being a right-handed hitter. And it was like a light switch went on. From there on out, the rest of the year, it was just awesome. Got a piece of that curveball. So it's whatever floats your boat. Some guys it works for, other guys it doesn't. There's variations of it. There's the Bagwell, toe tap and step back.
Yeah, that was an amazing hitting style, because I haven't seen a hitter step backwards.
I wish I'd have thought of that.
Unbelievable. And you can see that raised front foot and how he does tap it.
Yes, he did. He gone. 3 strikeouts for Umber. He stands the bases loaded after a half-inning play. It's the Indians nothing, and our guys coming to bat.
Piazza leading off, then it's Ramirez. Done at first again with Paulie the DH. Red Hot AJ catching. Rios, Viciedo, Morel, and Beckham round out the 9. The defense, and how they will line up behind Tomlin. Damon, Brantley, and Chu left to right, with Hanahan, Cabrera, Kipnis, and Kochman. Santana behind the plate, and our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher is Josh Tomlin. Far from overpowering, but he has terrific control. Just 3 walks, 15 strikeouts in 21 1/3.
And before we show you our picks to click, your home select yours as first pitch strike for Alejandro Diaza, who comes in hitting at .250, 3 homers. He's driven in 7. That's low. Diaza 1 for 3 last night, 2 for 3 lifetime off Tomlin with a homer. One hopper. Kochman. 1 out. Certainly our congratulations go out to our right-hander Jake Peavy, who was named American League Pitcher of the Month. And as we talked about, we just couldn't think of anybody who was a better pitcher than he was for the month.
No, he was just
of April.
Outstanding. When you can remember the 2 bad innings he had in a month, there's your pitcher of the month.
Alexei takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2.
Take a look at the numbers and bear in mind that the one loss was 1-0. So he wins that one. It's 4-0. The ERA 167, and the rest of the numbers staggering. 5 walks, 33 strikeouts for the month.
That's getting it done. And especially the only 2 bad innings he's had were the second and third innings of his first start of the season against Texas. His next start was against Detroit, and he completely dominated.
Now, Tomlin's going to have to get his big curveball over the plate.
Hanahan. And right now, let's check out our Farmers Insurance picks to click tonight. Jimangio, our director and crew, with AJ. Steve's going with Gordon Beckham, and Nicole and Emerson Leary. Also, I guess we'll throw Mike in there. Happy birthday, Mike Leary. We're going to go with Tank and Viciedo.
Well, you don't turn 51 all that often, so.
Boy, he looks good for 50, doesn't he?
I think he looks terrific for 50. I'm not
if
sure
he's
about
29, then he needs some rest.
I'm not sure about how he looks for how old he is, but 50, terrific.
Adam with a 2-0 count. Done hitting at .222, 5 homers. He's driven in 16.
Now, Tomlin normally is around the plate a lot. And although it hasn't translated into a whole lot of home runs yet, he doesn't walk too many people. He's only given up 2 home runs.
Throw him a cookie. Oh! Just underneath it.
Gave him the green light. And the Nissan pitch tracks show you that it is right down the middle. Couldn't ask for a better 3-0 pitch to swing at.
And that's ball 4. So done. Adam, who walked twice last evening. And it'll bring up Paulie. Paulie hitting it .369, 5 homers and 16 knocked in. Checking some other action. Toronto sweeps Texas. They win that game at 11-5 up in the Rogers Center.
That's a tall effort. But Toronto, one of the few teams that can offensively bang with Texas.
That's high into short center field. Brantley coming on. He's there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. After 1, no score.
Later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite. And we'd like to send congratulations along to the Umbers, as you're looking at a brand new papa. The Umbers gave birth to John Gregory, 6 pounds 14 ounces, last evening. So congratulations, and here he is tonight, starting a ball game.
And pitching out of a big bases loaded jam in the first while striking out the side. So here is Brantley. Center fielder takes first pitch strike. Michael comes in at 238, no homers. He's driven in 5. He was 0 for 4 last evening. One and one to count. Pass into left field. Tank. And that's out number 1. Also want to send a big White Sox shout out and happy birthday to Zach Ransel. Zach, 37 years old today, watching tonight this game with his mom. Zach's a big White Sox fan. His mom's a big Cleveland fan. So he likes to watch the game with her so he can kid her when they lose like last evening. And that's with a lot of love from your father, Dick Ransel.
A split family.
Yeah. First pitch strike to Kochman.
Kochman really off to a slow start. He's been good defensively. That's been it.
Oh, and 2 the count. The old back door missed. Line drive right at Tank. We got a man there. 2 down. And tomorrow night, that game tomorrow night, Johnny Dykes against Justin Masterson. Make your plans to be with us here at the ballpark. That will conclude the homestand. We will be off to Detroit for 3 and Cleveland for 4. A day-night doubleheader on the 7th at Progressive Field. Hanahan with a 2-0 count in that Kansas City 3-2 victory over the Tigers. Verlander went 8 innings, giving up 6 hits, 2 runs. He threw 123 pitches.
They do work him pretty hard.
They are riding him hard and putting him away wet.
He was losing 2-0. They tied it up for him in the 8th, but they lost it in the 9th. So with that loss, everybody in the division still under 500 at home. Most amazing.
Two and 2 the count with 2 down here in the top of the 2nd.
Hanahan known for his glove work at 3rd, but he's off to a good start offensively. In fact, a very good start.
Full count. Yeah, he's knocked in 14 runs, hitting at 290. Last year hit 250, 8 homers, and drove in 40.
And most all the time he hits toward the bottom of the order, if not at the bottom, like he is tonight.
That's high into right center field. Diaz is there, calls for it. 1-2-3 inning. After an inning and a half, no score. Chris Sale once again was outstanding.
Well, Chris Sale had everything going for him. He gave up just 3 hits in the 6 innings he worked, and he was in command from the time he went out there to the time that he left. It certainly helps that his offense supported him, but he threw the ball very well, just the 1 walk, which is the key for most people.
1 pitch, 1 out. A.J. came in at 306, 5 homers, 18 driven in. Well, what's impressed me the most about Chris Sale is the way he has made the transition in such a fashion that he gives you the idea that he's been out there for 5 or 6 years. He's pacing himself very well. He's not trying to blow. He can reach back. He's still got some in his back pocket, but he's pitching anywhere from 90 to 93.
Yeah, normally, I mean, when he came out of the bullpen, it was 97, 98 most of the time. He doesn't have to get up there to get people out.
And the changeup has become a very effective pitch for him. He has real solid mound presence. That ball hit hard into right field, but they got a man there. And he's a good one. 2 down. Alex came in at 295 with a homer and 9 knocked in, so that'll bring up Tank.
Talked with Jeff Manto about Viciedo, and he said his bat speed is so good. He gets the bat through the zone so quickly that he's going to get base hits on pitches that other guys would either foul off or miss.
Well, he's been a slow starter, and this now is 4th year with us. And he's been a slow starter all 4 years.
Last pitch was a big curveball that's always 76, 77 miles an hour. And if Tomlin doesn't get that over, he's vulnerable.
There's a chopper 2 hopper. Hanahan. That didn't take long. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go to the 3rd. Bulls Sixers series bounces over to Philly. Coverage begins at 6:30 with McDonald's Bulls pregame live. Bulls Sixers game 3 Friday night at 6:30. Get the hometown call with Neil Funk and Stacey King only on Comcast Sportsnet. Johnny Damon hits the first pitch, leading off here in the top of the 3rd. And that gentleman you're looking at right there is Tom Hamilton. And he is a terrific announcer. He is one of my favorites. I love to listen to him, and I get an occasion to do that sometimes when I'm driving home and here on the West Coast. He has been around Indians now for a long time and a future Hall of Famer.
He makes the game very exciting. He's had a pretty decent product this year to work with. And his son goes to Kent State, where he plays baseball. Must be enormously smart.
You Kent Staters. There's a bullet by Kipnis. So he has walked and now he has singled hard.
Jason Kipnis was an outfielder. And this time he gets a rolling breaking ball. Shoots it right by Beckham. But the Indians told him as an outfielder, even though he was a center fielder, the path was blocked by Grady Sizemore. So if he wanted to get to the big leagues, he'd make the conversion to second base. And he's done it pretty well.
As Drupal Cabrera takes first pitch strike, he hit a rocket. One hopper into their bullpen for that double. That put runners on second, third, just one out. And then Phillip struck out Hafner, walked Santana, and then struck out Chu.
Well, they elected not to run last time with Kipnis.
Steve Smith, third base coach, going through his sequence. Tacks it up and takes strike two.
Well, Mark Parent also has a sign that he'll give to AJ for the pitchers to use a slide step. That also makes it very difficult to run. But he said he had to know which pitchers could use a slide step and not find anything coming off his pitches.
Time is called. Wow.
It's kind of a late call.
Yep.
Acknowledged by Jeff Kellogg. And I like the way that Phillip went through with his pitch. Oh, he was almost in his delivery when Kellogg called that.
A little bigger lead now by Kipnis. A quarter of a step. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-2. Rockies beat the Dodgers 8-5. 3-run homer by Jason Giambi. Bottom of the ninth inning. Two and two the count.
This was the count last time when Phillip rolled a breaking ball. Let's see if Manny Acta, who's not the most aggressive manager around, but who will run with Kipnis, decides to run this time.
Had him 0-2. It is now 3-2.
And the pitches are really starting to pile up. About to deliver pitch number 54 with only one out here in the third.
Well, pitchers today, as opposed to say 20, 30, 40, even 50 years ago, they get ahead 0-2, 1-2, and then they will use the 2 or 3 pitches hoping that the hitter will get himself out. And first thing you know is ball 3, full count, and he's back into the at bat again. There goes Kipnis.
That was ball 4. And AJ wants the appeal to Tim Timmons. Did he swing at him? And Timmons says no, so the throw does not count. Let's look at it from the side. He checked. Used a slider. That's the pitch that he used to strike out Hafner, but fortunately did not get Cabrera.
So the third walk issued. And that'll bring up Hafner. He struck out on a check swing. Curveball. But my meaning is that there's a difference in the culture of pitching today than there was in past times, because the pitch count was almost non-existent back in those days. The pitch count is very prevalent. Yeah, there's a big hack.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the setup pitch. They talk about, okay, I'm going to throw this pitch to set up that pitch. My feeling is when you got a pretty good idea about what a hitter can't hit, and you think you can get him out on 3 pitches, then get him out on 3 pitches. I mean, that's the object. The object is to get him out.
There you go. That hit him. And that will load him up. So trouble again because of some wildness.
That was a fastball.
Ouch.
Hit him right off the outside of the knee. That's really the tip-off that Phillip doesn't have real good command tonight. For Hafner, only the second time he's been hit all year.
Well, the most concise statement about pitching came from a Hall of Famer, my former partner Don Drysdale. There's a strike to Santana, and it was, if you can get him in 1, get him in 1. If you can get him in 2, get him in 2. Don't go past 3 very often. Get him early. That's tough out. But those guys, when they went out there in that time zone, they were looking to go 9. Today, starters know they don't have to go 9. And they're not geared mentally to go 9 unless you get the Jake Peavy mentality. Oh, and 2 the count. And another time called. Sacks packed with bad guys. And that fastball out of play. But you're a Cy Young winner, and you know, and you did this after you had hurt your arm and couldn't throw that 90-plus fastball. And yet, you wanted to get him out of there as quick as you could. You didn't let them try to get. He gone.
No, I felt about the setup pitch. I mean, you take a guy you know can't hit a curveball or slider away, and that's how in that particular at bat you're going to get him. So you get him 0-2, and some guys will throw a fastball way high and away, not even close. There's no purpose for that pitch. If you want to back a guy off the plate, that's one thing, but then you have to go get him on the next one.
Here's 2. He struck out. Check swing on a curveball as there is a curveball strike. Yeah, that used to be one of Don Drysdale's pet peeves. Guys, pitchers trying to let the hitters get themselves out. And running that pitch count up.
Now, the last thing you want to do is start to wear out your bullpen very early in the year.
That ball into left field, and it's going foul. So 0-2 the count.
The best way to do that is to leave games early. The best way to leave games early is to get to a point now. Phillip's going to deliver pitch number 63. We're not through the 3rd. So unless he really changes form, this is not going to be a deep outing for him, and that means the bullpen most likely will have to cover 9 outs. They covered 9 outs last night.
He gone. 5 strikeouts for Umber, and they strand the bases loaded again.
Would you believe it? The bases loaded twice with 2 outs and the same man up. It's Chu who goes down on strikes. And lo and behold, in the 3rd inning, same thing happened. So Phillip has worked his way out of a couple of very tough jams, and it's still goose eggs on the board.
Brent Morrell, first pitch, taken for a strike. Brent 1 for 4 last night, hitting at 182, no homers. He's driven in 3.
That's a good overhand hook, and one of the things you don't want to do with Tomlin is take too many pitches on the first pitch, because he throws a lot of strikes, and most of them are fastballs.
1 out. First strikeout for Josh Tomlin, and here's Gordon Beckham, and here's what he did last evening, leading off the 3rd.
Aldo Jimenez got careless with a fastball at 91, and it left the park in a hurry.
He also had a couple of other hits, and that started off that 4-run inning. Count evens at 1.
Good hook. Out of the strike zone, but too tempting to lay off.
Comes at him with the fastball. So the count hangs at 1-2.
Sometimes you got to get a little lucky. The Indians drafted Tomlin in the 19th round in 2006, and here he is, one of their better starters. He was the 581st player chosen. You know, Hawk, you've talked about guys drafted down in the draft and how they have to compete. And he's probably a shining example of that with his stuff.
Well, I love those guys, and I'm not saying that I like him 8th through the 15th round as a rule, as he gets Gordon as 2 out. But I'm not saying the guys in the first 7 rounds don't compete. I'm just saying guys in the first 3 or 4 or 5 rounds have not had to compete that hard because they've had overwhelming stuff. Those are the guys who are signing with the 95-mile-an-hour fastballs, the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. They just blew guys away. Those guys from the 8th round to the 15th round and down, they had to compete.
Well, you can understand why Tomlin would not be taken up high, because right-handers who top out about 88, 89 miles an hour, even if they drink a lot of mist natural, they just don't get taken all that high.
And again, scout, everything as we talked about, everything in baseball today is harder than it ever has been. I don't care what you name it, with the exception of one spot.
And that
is the owner.
That's it.
That's the owner. Every other spot is tougher than it's ever been. Scouting is no different. It's tougher to scout today than it was. As he goes through that, and the count evens at 2.
One of the things that makes it really tough is the composite bat used to be the aluminum bat, and then the transition to the wooden bat. Try to figure out if that guy is still going to be able to perform.
There's a breaking ball, a little slow ground ball to Kipnis, and that's an easy 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the last 7 he has seen, still scoreless.
Tacos from Taco Bell.
No score, top of the 4th inning. Bradley. First ball hunting into center field, so 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now it's time for our AT&T trivia question. And it is, what Indians manager has won the most games in franchise history? They've had some pretty good ones along the way. One that actually also managed here with the White Sox.
Casey Kochman takes the strike. He hit a line drive right at Tank.
Kochman came up with the Angels, and for a while they thought they found an everyday first baseman.
He came up with a lot of fanfare.
Well, he was always a very good hitter, always a good defender, but could never really generate the power necessary for a corner infielder or corner outfielder.
2-2 the count. There's a chopper, 3 hopper, 2 down. Here's Hanahan. He popped up to De Aza.
There was an open competition at third base in spring training. No preconceived notions. Hanahan beat out Lonnie Chisenhall, who they thought was going to be ready to take over every day at third. Turned out he wasn't. Hanahan had a very good spring, and he's carried it over into the season.
That's high into left field. So Humber needed this desperately. A nice, easy 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless.
Indians manager has the most wins in franchise history, and it is Lou Boudreau, who managed their last World Series winner in 1948.
Alexei, first ball hunting. 2 hopper down to Hanahan. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Twice he has gone out to the Cleveland third baseman. And here's Adam Dunn. Takes first pitch strike.
So far, Tomlin hasn't missed too much. Throwing a lot of strike 1.
Well, he's aggressive. And hitters really, either consciously or subconsciously, don't like aggressive pitchers.
With his stuff, he knows he has to stay on top. 2-0, 3-1 counts. He's going to get hurt.
Well, he's the kind of guy that's got to stay aggressive, as you mentioned, and from a hitting standpoint, he's got to pitch inside. He just can't stay away with his stuff. If he does, he's going to get hammered. That ball hit high and deep stretch. Damon goes back, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. Opposite field shot, and the Sox lead it 1-0. Mercy.
Home run number 6, RBI number 17. He takes the team lead in home runs. Our Ford home run replay. It is a fastball. It's down. And gone is a no-hitter. Gone is the shutout. Gone is the lead. And gone is the baseball.
Parley popped up to center field. There's a strike. And, of course, with that home run by Adam, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 26, so $2,600 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. Nice breaking ball right there. Took a little something off.
Only the third home run that Tomlin's given up this year.
Two and two. Back him up, Paul. Out of play right side.
You get a little fortunate because if Paulie's laid on an 87-mile-an-hour fastball, you know that he's looking for something else.
That one at 91. Shoves that one foul.
Well, that's about the top end of the range. He reared back, got everything he could, and still couldn't get it by him. Santana wanted it low and away. Tomlin got it up and out over the plate and fouled it back.
Got him.
Perfect spot for it. That's the cutter. And that ball had a little movement late. That's what fooled Paul.
So two down. Here's AJ. Hit the first pitch he saw. A ground ball to Kochman. Third strikeout for Tom.
This game works in some very strange ways most of the time. Bases loaded in the first inning, bases loaded in the third inning, all kinds of problems for Phil Umber. In the meantime, Adam Dunn takes one swing and it's 1-0.
Yeah, bases loaded with one out.
Can't get out of it.
And that'll retire the side, but not before the opposite field homer by Adam Dunn. It is 1-0. Good guy. to face Philip Umber. If you look at the numbers on the board, you would think this has been just a cakewalk. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for them. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 errors for us. No errors for us, I should say. But that's not the case, as Steve was alluding to.
No. It's been a battle for Umber. Would like to have somewhat of an easy inning here.
That is high and foul.
Johnny Damon has over 2,700 hits to go with all of the other big numbers. Been a world champion.
Well, he's been a great teammate.
Just a magnificent career.
Yeah, he's been a great teammate. Guys just love him. He is a winner. I've known Johnny for a long time, since he was with Dr. Phillips along with AJ. #1 pick by Kansas City. So that's the 4th walk coming at a bad time. The dreaded leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Kipnis, who has walked and singled.
A lot of pitches. And the last 2 times that Umber started with the leadoff hitter, those were prolonged innings. This time he put Damon on for the first time tonight.
Out of play, upper tank left side. And a reminder, come to the Chevy Ride and Drive event in Lodi at U.S. Cellular Field on Saturday, May 5th from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Test drive a Chevrolet and receive a free pair of White Sox tickets. Now, you must be at least 21 years of age with a valid Illinois driver's license to participate. Should be. Rack them up. That big arm of Alexei Ramirez.
This one could turn out to be a very big play with Cabrera and Hafner looming. 4-6-3, and they just barely get Kipnis, who's hustling up the line. Kipnis grounds into his 3rd double play of the year. Good solid throw by Alexei.
Yeah, on that ball right there, you're not going to double him up unless you get a shortstop with that big arm.
Not too many guys in this league have a better arm than Ramirez. And here is the look. We'll slow it down for you.
Perfect feed by Beckham.
And Johnny Damon not getting close, and he got him by a half step.
Cabrera has doubled, 1 hopper into their bullpen, a bullet, and then he walked. And the count 3-1. Fifth walk. Well, you walk 5 guys in 5 innings against a major league club, and they haven't scored yet. You're running on thin ice.
You also consider yourself exceptionally fortunate. He's had some big strikeouts when he's had to. Double play really helped. And you would think with 9 left-hand hitters facing him, he would have picked up the release point. The difficult thing is when they stagger the hitters.
That ball smoked by Hafner.
You're charging Gordon with an error here. Watch it again. He is there, and the ball just flattens out, goes under the glove.
Yeah, he was looking for a little bounce that he didn't get. So now here's Santana, who has walked and struck out. Now make that a base hit. One and one to count to the 26-year-old switch hitting catcher who last night played first base. And that is going to cost us. That is way out of here. You got a roller, and it's just a matter of time. You're skating on thin ice, and you put guys on. It's a 3-1 Indian lead. All coming with 2 out. And nobody on.
4th home run, all from the left side. 13 runs batted in for Santana. And the Sox relinquish the lead. The Ford home run replay looked like a straight change. Off-speed pitch that Santana just crushes. And on this warm night, a no-doubter. That's way back there.
Measured that home run at 430 feet. You just can't do it. You cannot continually put guys on with the base on balls. They'll jump up and bite you right in the behind. So that 2 walks in the inning. Got lucky with a double play. Meanwhile, it is 3-1 Indians. Thank you very much. As the 0-1 pitch to Alex. Curveball, and it's 0-2. 3-1. 3-run homer by Carlos Santana. Alex 0 for 1, lined out hard to Chu in right center. Yeah, that was a real shame about Junior Seau.
19 years in the NFL. A great player.
One and two the count. High in the center field. And that's out number one. And a reminder, join the White Sox mobile group today by texting Ultimate to 244-769. Mobile users get exclusive offers, deals, and contest info. Joining enters you in the drawing for our Ultimate Fan Package. The lucky winner will receive 2 VIP game tickets, an autographed item, and Comiskey cash. So text Ultimate to 244-769. There's a bullet. Right back through the middle for Tank.
I think that's what you have to do with Tomlin until he shows that he's not going to throw the fastball first pitch. Because he likes to get ahead. When he does, he'll use that big curveball. And Diane went up there looking fastball, took it right back up the middle. What a lively bat he has.
Well, Cespedes and Viciato, very, very similar swings. Very, very similar strength.
Very similar arms, but the one difference, Cespedes can run like the wind. He can really
move it. But he's 3 years older than our guy. Cespedes 26. And I think Tank's bat, even though they're similar in strength, I think that his bat's a little livelier. There's not a much livelier bat in this league than Viciato. No.
He's really starting to have good at bats most all the time now. It's not near as sporadic as it was for about a 2-week period where he was missing pitches he should have hit. He was fouling back pitches in his zone. Now pretty much getting the pitches that he should be handling, he is handling them. And when they do get him out, he hits the ball pretty hard.
There's another base hit by Brent. So Tank will pull up at second.
High fastball. Burrell catches it off the end of the bat, but gets enough into it to take it over the head of Kipnis.
Actually, two very similar pitchers in the way they go about their business. Umber and Tomlin. Get ahead with first ball fastball. That'll put you away with a hook. Or a well-located fastball.
Right. Or in the case of Philip Umber, a slider in the place where Tomlin uses his cutter.
Gordon struck out. Takes ball one.
It's not a night for a jacket, unlike the start of this homestand, and you needed a couple of jackets.
He's got the catbird seat. 1 out, 2 on, 2-0 the count.
And Joe McEwing is going to run on Johnny Damon all night long. So Cabrera's going to have to go out there a long way for that relay.
Made a good pitch on him. And they get Brent at second. So 2 down. Not a good pitch for Gordon to get after him 2-0.
Now reaching out the off-speed pitch. When you're that far ahead of a pitcher, you have to hit your pitch, not his pitch. As you can see, that one well off the plate. Very much a pitcher's pitch. It's out of the zone. Gordon rolls over. And you got no chance when you do that.
Diaza has grounded to first and grounded to second. Two and 0.
You know, Alejandro has had some very good at-bats lately. Has a chance to get his pitch.
Three and nothing with Alexei on deck. And that will load him up. Second walk issued by Tomlin. And here's Alexei. He is 0 for 2. Twice he has gone out to Hanahan at third.
Scott Radinsky comes out. Wants a word with Tomlin, who's really in his first jam of the night. Scott was the bullpen coach last year.
Scott at one time when he was with us as a pitcher, he used to talk to left-handed hitters. They hated to face him. He had that bit of a funky motion and about a foot quicker than he looked. Real sneaky. So here we go. 2 out. Sox packed with Sox. Cleveland leads at 3-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. All right, Alexei, right man, right time, right spot, right now. Attaboy, 1-0. And there's a base hit. That'll get this game tied up. Tank scores. Beckham scores. And this game is tied at 3. Yes!
RBIs 8 and 9. He reaches out. That one, a cutter. He keeps it away. And we told you they're going to run on Johnny Damon every chance they get. The throw is not into second base, and Alexei winds up there.
And here is Adam. First base open. And here's what he did last inning.
First hit of the ball game. With the Sox on top 1-0 at the time.
One and one to count. Good aggressive base running right there. I tell you, our guys have really been aggressive on the base paths this year. Took something off that one. That hook, and the count 1-2.
Well, I talked with Joe McEwing before the game, and I don't think that's going to change all year. There's a curveball. Just barely gets a piece of it. And Joe has sent him, and he hasn't been wrong yet.
Just did get a piece of that one. Pick him up, Adam. He is rung up by Kellogg, but big base hit by Alexei. We'll go to the 6th, tied at 3. Live. Watch highlights and get analysis from Chuck and Bill. Plus, go live to Robbins. Post-game remarks on this Galaxy White Sox post-game live. Immediately following the game right here on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. 3-3 tie here in the 6th inning. Brantley, Kochman, Hanahan, lower third of the Indian order.
And the bullpen up and going for the Sox.
One and one.
Will Oman pitched 2/3 of an inning in last night's game. Gave up a run and a hit. That was the Shelley Duncan home run.
Battle underneath Phillip, right where he should be. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing by upgrading to a pregame patio party, Diamond Suite, or one of our other great party areas. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. And that is the area where the Bertucci boys roam. First pitch strike.
Here's our AT&T UVerse multiview.
Changeup.
That was a good one. One
That
of
was
the
the
better
best
ones.
one he's thrown.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the better ones he's thrown tonight.
Guy's been over 2. He's lined hard to left and grounded to short. Yes, he did. AJ, he gone. 2 down. And one to send out a big White Sox shout out. Glad you're feeling better to my buddy Tim Goodrow. Lovely wife Susan down in Orlando watching in tonight. So that is strikeout number 6 for Phillip. And here's Hanahan, who has popped up to center and gone out to left. That's one of the better swings we've ever seen Jack Hanahan have right there. Even though he has he's off to a good start this year at 290 coming in with home with 14 RBIs. He's been tough against us. That one's a little slow.
Yeah, he's not going to hit that one upstairs. As Phillip would love a 1-2-3 inning. He's at the century mark.
Well, Hanahan against us when he was with Oakland and Cleveland has done everything. He's fielded well and hit well. Got a piece of that Cook. Outfield for the most part straight up. Bit of a gap out there in left center. Totals on the board identical at 3, 4, and 0.
Tonight it's been unusual in that Damon has led off 3 innings in every inning. Phillip has had a tough inning. In between those, he's gone 1-2-3, and if he gets Hanahan out, it'll be 1-2-3 for the 3rd inning.
Count evens at 2. And once again, make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Finale of this 3-game set and this 7-game homestand. Johnny Danks try to get back on track against the big right-hander Justin Masterson. That game, if you can't make it, will be over WCIU. Full count.
There's Damon playing his first game with the Cleveland Indians.
Payoff. And another walk. That is 6 walks here in 5 2/3 innings. We have never seen Phillip Humber this wild.
Well, Robin would love to see him get through this inning, but if he doesn't retire Damon, it's going to be hard to leave him in to face Kipnis.
Damon has struck out, grounded out, and walked. Looks like tonight, for the most part, Phillip is just firing and falling back.
Well, I'm sure it was a difficult night for Phillip and Kristen last night as they became new parents. He doesn't have his usual stuff tonight.
And Damon pops it up. Gordon making the call, has the ball, and that'll retire the side. So he picks up another walk. They strand 1. They have left 7. And we are still tied at 3. Mother's Day. Now, the first 10,000 ladies age 14 or older will receive a White Sox tote bag, and it is a beauty. So purchase your tickets by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME. Konerko, Pierzynski, and Rios here in the bottom of the sixth in this 3-3 tie. Outfield, they are for the most part straight up. Nice gap out there in left center.
Shelley Duncan takes over in left field.
Shelley with a long home run last night right over the center field fence. They also had a double. One and two the count to Paulie. And if you're just tuning in, once again, our congratulations go out to the Jake Meister, Jake Peavy, being named American League Pitcher of the Month, and deservedly so. It's hard to imagine anybody. When you have only 2 tough innings in 1 month.
That'll get you some awards.
Deep in the hole. Lead man down. Here's AJ. AJ has grounded to first and gone out to left.
Oh, the bullpen's still up and going. You would think that would be it for Philip Humber, who really battled his way to a 3-3 tie, and I mean, tonight was a battle for him.
Well, Philip's a battler. He is a good competitor, but as I said, you know, we talked about it. We've never seen him this wild.
Yep. And the oddity is that Philip, a little unhappy with his command and control, but at the very worst, he'll leave with a tie. He's very good friends with Josh Tomlin. In fact, they work out together in the offseason.
Yeah, but Josh hadn't gone through a perfect game and also bearing your first child.
No. No, he has.
So. Two down.
And a number of ways you can look at this. Obviously, all pitchers are going to be disappointed when they walk 6. On the other side of the coin, he only gave up 4 hits to a team with all left-hand hitters, and when he had to get out of some very difficult innings, he was able to do that.
Ball hit hard, base hit. That a boy, Alex. He's now 1 for 3, but more importantly, good speed aboard. Last time up, fly to center. First time up, hit a bullet into right center field that Chu made the catch on.
And Rios, 2 out of 5 in the stolen base department. They have yet to try Santana.
He can throw. Here's Tank. Oh, he got a cookie and fouled it back.
Tomlin is really lucky that time. He got a rolling curveball, and it stayed up in the zone. It's the Menards pitch tracks. Usually these go out of the park, but not that time.
There's a pitch right there. A lot of times you'll be at the plate, and that guy will throw it, and he'll go beep. He will bleep it out. Made a good pitch right there. Hit him with a fist, and that's playable. So that'll retire the side, and we're into the 7th.
And he inherits the tie game, so the game is in his hands. The first man he's going to look at is Jason Kipnis. And that brings us to our Home Depot doing more on defense. Kipnis up, runner at first, one out, a 4-6-3 on a bullet of a throw. Third time Kipnis has grounded into a double play this year.
3-4-0 for their guys. 3-5-0 for our guys. Big 3-run homer by Carlos Santana. In the 5th inning. Outfield spread out. Straight up. And first pitch strike. 25-year-old second baseman. One and one to count.
Lately, Kipnis has terrorized the left-handers. You can see by that 5 out of his last 7.
Popped up, tank. One out. And that'll bring up Cabrera, who has doubled and walked twice. 9th inning in the Bronx. Baltimore shutting out the Yankees 5-0. Matt Wieters had a big game there.
But Baltimore is doing just about everything right. Buck Showalter won his 1,000th game last night. Baltimore one game in back at Tampa Bay coming into tonight's action. Tampa Bay leading Seattle 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning in Tampa.
That's the one thing about the Rays. You put them in a close ball game, and I'll tell you what. And that's what winning at the major league level is about. You got to win close ball games. You put the Rays in a close ball game, good chance they're going to win it.
They're also bucking a trend around the American League, and that is they're 10-1 at home. Oman looked at his glove, and there was nothing there.
Like he thought there was.
Yeah.
No.
He probably figured maybe a couple of years ago he'd have had it. Now, well, you know what? I'll reach out after the ball is by me. Yeah. But there's a guy there.
So here's Hafner. He's 1 for 2. Struck out, was hit by a pitch. He got hit hard right in the right knee, the side of the right knee. And he singled and scored ahead of that 3-run homer by Santana. And they're looking to play by Alexei from the knees. Mercy! Yes! What a play by Alexei Ramirez. You can put that on the board.
any better than this. Hafner barely had time to get out of the box. He was out by 30 feet. What a play by Ramirez. Diving to his right from his knees, the one-hop throw right on the money. I don't think Hafner could believe it, but Alexei is turning into one of the best shortstops in the game.
That was one heck of a play right there. That ball was absolutely scolded. Perfect.
And Joe Smith comes into the game. So both starters leave with a no decision. Smith having a terrific start to this year. 1.74 ERA, on for the 10th time. He's a side-wheeling right-hander. And the strength of this Indian team has been at the tail end of their bullpen. Smith, Vinny Pastano, Chris Perez, all have been very good. Appeal to Eric Cooper, and he says no. Brent did not go.
Well, Joe Smith has been tough on us. And a count 2-0. Ben is 1 for 2. And a count 3-0.
There's a good way to lose the lead. Put the leadoff man on. Career against the Sox, Joe Smith. ERA just over 2.
And most of that came in one outing. It's full. Beckham on deck. So he comes back from the 3-0. 1 down.
BMO Harris Bank pitch tracks shows you that this one just about knee high and sinking. Smith doesn't throw anything straight, and that's what makes him so tough.
Gordon 0 for 2, but he has scored a run. And count 2-0 to Beckham.
To get Gordon on, Diaz should have a very good look at Smith. Tony Sipp, the left-hander, loosening in the pen. He's moved up a slot, taking over the spot that Rafael Perez had before he went on the disabled list.
3-1 to count. And that's ball 4.
Sipp's ERA is 7.71, so you might welcome him in the game, but you wouldn't think that Maniaca would go to him just yet.
No, not to take Joe Smith out.
No, he's saving him for Adam Dunn if this inning continues there.
Alejandro 0 for 2 with a walk. First and 30.
Pretty tough to pick somebody off when you throw from down under to first base.
Pitch out, nothing on. Pretty good lead by Beckham. Breaking ball strike to even the count at 1.
That was a good slider. Late breaking, 80 miles an hour, so there was something on it. And it broke late.
Gordon 9 inches out. Another good lead. 1-2 the count to Alejandro. Gordon does not go. Got him upstairs.
Emo Harris Bank pitch tracks. This ball is probably out of the strike zone up. I don't think he would have called that, but it's a moot point. He swung at it.
Here's Alexei. Had that big 2-run single in the 5th to tie this ball game up. Just a little bigger lead by Gordon. There he takes off. He got some kind of jump right there. Wow.
That pitch was low and in. So for any catcher, if you get a ball that moves as much as the fastball of Smith, it's moving low and in, and then you got to transfer it across. Can't get the handle.
He had no chance anyway.
A great jump. Smith, slow delivery to the plate. And Santana just watches him go into second.
Pick him up right now, Alexei. Chops that one foul. So the count 1-2. Adam Dunn on deck. And here's what he did back in the 5th to tie this ball game up. One more time. He almost walked into that one. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beckham at second.
Looked like he might have been crossed up. Caught that ball kind of strangely.
Joe Smith, he is tough on us. Strikes out the side. And we'll go to the 8th, tied at 3. as we're going to the top of the 8th inning. 3-4-0 for Cleveland. 3-5-0 for our Sox. Santana has walked, struck out, and then cranked out a 430-foot 3-run homer in the 5th inning. And if you miss that home run, poof.
All 4 of his home runs have come left-handed. But it'll be as a right-hander that he faces Omen.
Jammed him. Good pitch by Will. Now Alex calls off Beckham.
Nice job by Alex taking control as Omen gets this ball a little higher than Santana would have liked it. Even with that high leg kick, didn't quite wait back long enough, got well under it, and a huge first out here in the 8th.
So here's Chu. Couple of strikeouts and a bounce back to the pitcher.
Chu has shown the rust of being away for a week. Let's hope that continues, as he is dangerous. Addison Reed up in the pen.
2-0 pitch. He went.
That pretty much shows you that Chu is just not where he wants to be, because that pitch was a good 4 inches off the plate at 2-0. And he was going after it.
Checks that one up. And the Nasty Nats just beat the D-backs with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th inning, 5-4. That ball hit well into left center field. Tank is there, makes the play. So 2 out.
Chu hit it well, but not well enough for him. That Washington team has been very surprising. 14-9.
Well, Bryce Harper doubled before the home run. That was the second double of the evening.
And J.J. Putz gave it up.
Brantley takes first pitch strike. He's gone out to left, he's gone out to center, and he's gone out 3-1.
Bryce Harper is going to be a special player.
Got a chance to be a monster. He and Desmond hit that home run. That's now 15-9. Two out and a 1-1 pitch. And check out the Comcast Fundamentals deck here at US Cellular Field. You can interact with the White Sox trainers, run the bases at the wiffle ball diamond, and test your swing at the batting cages. You're always at the center of action with Xfinity, only from Comcast. Low 2-2.
Will gets out of this one. 2 strong innings of work and turn it over to the heart of the order. Due up for us in the bottom of the 8th.
Full count. And the payoff. That was just a get me over breaking ball that was hit hard.
That ball didn't do much except stay up in the zone.
Get me over 3-2 get me overs get hit hard.
But they have been almost consistently this year. Now you got the go ahead run on for Kochman.
Kochman is lined hard to left, grounded to short, and struck out. Brantley has good speed. He's been only 2 for 4 in stolen bases. Braves were leading, then Philadelphia took the lead. Now the Braves have come back to tie it at 12.
That's just been an amazing game. Roy Halladay started that game, gave up 8 runs on 12 hits and 5 1/3. Atlanta leading 8-6. Philadelphia took a 12-8 lead. Now it's 12-12. Only the wind's blowing out in Atlanta.
2-0 pitch here. Nope. And there's a strike.
This is a huge out for Will, who doesn't go 2 innings all that often. And Kochman is not near as hot as Hanahan is at this point of the year.
Uh-oh. 3-1.
Now he's getting a fastball. And I'm sure he is well aware of that.
Well, he was getting one on 2-0 and took it right there.
Outfield has to play a little deeper than normal. Trying to cut off the gaps.
Get it while it's fair, and it's foul.
Adam Dunn thought that both he and the ball were in fair territory. We get a very good angle down the line. We'll watch it again.
Foul ball.
Just outside the line. Good call. Foul ball. Good effort by Adam, but
so 2 out in the payoff pitch. So the base on balls, that's the 7th walk we have given, and here comes Robin. 7th walk we have given Cleveland tonight. So Ullman goes an inning and 2/3. Gives up that 2-out single to Brantley. The walk to Kochman. He departs, and we'll be back. And take part in the Cinco de Mayo celebration presented by Miller Lite. So for tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Our Honda call to the pen is Addison Reed. He inherits pretty much a game on the bases. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. There are some very impressive numbers as Robin goes the unconventional route, brings in the right-hander to face the left-handed hitting Hanahan.
So 2 out, 2 on, and a 3-3 tie, top of the 8th inning. Hanahan 0 for 2 with a walk. As I mentioned, 7 walks issued by Sox pitching tonight. Close pitch, didn't get it.
Throws a fastball and falls behind.
That's out of play. Left side.
Johnny Damon, who started this game, has departed. And Shelley Duncan, the right-hander, is in the on-deck circle, taking his spot in the leadoff spot. There's one of the better fastball hitters around in Duncan.
Big pitch right here, the 1-1. Fair ball. Here comes one. And they're going to hold Kochman at third, and it's a 4-3 Cleveland lead.
RBI number 15 for Hanahan. That fastball on the inner portion, inside outs it right down the line. No way that Morel can be playing the line with a left-hander up. Goes a 2-base hit, and Cleveland has the lead.
Well, all this coming with 2 out, nobody on. And here's Duncan. First pitch strike. 4-6-0 for them, 3-5-0 for us here in the top of the 8th inning. And the count 0-2.
Johnny Damon left the game, and the announcer was for general cramping.
That's into right field. Jack Hanahan, who always plays well against us, doubles in the go-ahead run. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing 4-3. Postgame Live, CSN Hoops analyst Kendall Gill offers his insight for a Bulls rebound plus Junior Seau dead at the age of 43. So here are reactions to his passing. Join Pat Boyle and Kip Lewis for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight after Postgame Live, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
There's a very good chance, as you look at Aaron Cunningham, who takes over in left field, that Tony Sipp, the new pitcher, is on for just one hitter, that being Adam Dunn. ERA up there, on for the 10th time. It has not been all that effective a year. However, left-handers just 2 for 14 against him.
They've got the shift on. Adam 1 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and a homer. They've got us on the board. First run of the ball game back in the 4th inning, opposite field shot. And if you miss that home run, poof.
That made it 1-0. Then Santana made it 3-1. Ramirez made it 3-3. And Hanahan made it 4-3.
Breaking ball strike, and the count 1-2. Paulie on deck.
Where were they in the Boston series?
That ball hammered. That's a humpback line drive for the single.
Well, you would think now we're going to see a pinch runner for Adam, who's certainly done his job tonight. This is a rocket. Sipp tries to throw a fastball at 93 right down the middle. And that ball lands right in front of Chu. And that's going to be it for Sipp, who did not get the job done, and he's not going to get a chance to see any more hitters. So, as SIP departs, so will we. And we'll be back after these messages. He's a man who can't wait to get to the mound, Vinny Pistano. He's one of the better setup men around as you look at the numbers. On for the 12th time, ERA 2.79. And when he got the call, he exploded out of that bullpen. Here he comes. We timed with 14 seconds. And now he inherits the tying run at first base. And the heart of the order due up. Brett Lillibridge running at first.
And here's Paulie. Paulie over 3 tonight. He's due.
Brett 6 for 6 in the stolen base department.
Outfield, they are straight up, spread out. Breaking ball strike.
For Pistano, 14 strikeouts, only 2 walks, 9 2/3 innings.
First and third in Paulie.
Good arms in the outfield in left and right. Adequate arm in center.
There he goes. Pick up the ball, get back. And that's out number 1. So here's AJ. He's due. He's 0 for 3. And there's a breaking ball strike.
Good late breaking slider. That one just crackles over the outside corner.
And that is fouled off the glass. Oh, nice catch by one of the fans. Meanwhile, AJ's in the big hole, 0-2.
A lot of managers love to run 0-2. Some managers love to call a pitch out 0-2. Threw that slider down.
There he goes. Wow.
He was safe at second.
Wow. A very, very close play at second. Meanwhile, a strike him out, throw him out, and we'll go to the ninth.
And Matt Thornton comes in the game on for the 13th time. 1-0 record, .82 ERA. And we've got two different angles of this throw at second base. One angle, it looked like he might have just nipped him. The other angle, it looked like he might have just missed him. That angle, looks like he got him. This angle, it looked like he got the front foot in just before the tag. Either way, it's bang, bang.
Close play. 1-1 to count to Kipnis from Matt Thornton. 4-6-0 for them, 3-6-0 for us. And the lead man down. For our guys in the bottom of the ninth, Rios, Viciedo, Morel, Beckham. So here's Cabrera. He's 1 for 2, a couple of walks, a run scored, and a double. That one at 96. First ball, fastball strike. Tampa Bay beat Seattle 5-4. Oakland beat the Red Sox 4-2 at Fenway. Cubs over the Reds 3-1 at the Great American Ballpark. A little tardy, and that's out of play. Baltimore shuts out New York 5-0. Washington with that 2-run homer in the bottom of the ninth by Ian Desmond. Beat the D-backs 5-4. Two and two. Toronto sweeps Texas. They beat them 11-5. Romero 4-0 over Harrison, who's 3-2. And it's 3-2 right here to Cabrera. That's the 8th walk issued by Sox pitching tonight.
Just as we promised you earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And here's our Miller moment, and it came courtesy of Alexi Ramirez. Travis Hafner up. He's probably shocked that he doesn't wind up with a base hit, but he's out easily at first on a wonderful diving play by Ramirez.
Cabrera just 1 for 2 in stolen bases. That's deep into right field. Stay in here. Back at the wall, jumps, and can't get it. It's a 6-3 Cleveland lead.
Third home run of the year for Hafner. He's now driven in 12. Ford home run replay. It's a fastball. It's right down the middle. So after the walk, the first ball fastball makes it a 3-run game.
Little activity going on now down in our pen, so AJ's going to kill some time.
Zach Stewart throwing in the pen. Threw an inning and a third last night.
And that'll bring up Santana. He has walked, struck out, had that 3-run homer. And he has popped up to right. Drops that one foul. And Sox fans, join us on Saturday, May 26th, as our Sox take on these Indians. First 20,000 fans will receive a Robin Ventura bobblehead presented by Pepsi Max. The base on balls.
Well, they certainly did hurt tonight. And 5 of the 6 Indian runs have come courtesy of the home run, preceded by walks.
Pass in the gap. So nice play by Alex to get over there, cut it off, get it back in to hold him to a single.
And that is going to be it for Matt Thornton.
So Matt comes in, gets the first guy. Kipnis to ground out the second. Walks Cabrera. First ball fastball to Hafner. A 2-run homer. Now the single. He departs and we'll be back. 12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit whitesox.com for details.
Our Honda call to the pen is Zach Stewart. So it's been Umber, Oman, Reed, Thornton, and now Stewart trying to subdue the Tribe.
And here's Chu. He is 0 for 4 tonight. When Chu gets back in gear and he's healthy, this is going to be a different looking Cleveland offense. Especially with Johnny Damon coming aboard.
He's going to hit in the middle of this lineup like he normally does, if he hits.
If he's healthy, he's the best 7th, 8th, and 9th inning hitter on this ball club.
Last year, an injury-plagued year for him.
One and two.
This year pretty much started out the same way. And the Indians, already with Grady Sizemore gone for a long period of time, I'd like to see him healthy.
High and wide. Just tuning in, we took the lead 1-0 in the 4th. That opposite field homer by Dunn and Santana's 3-run homer in the 5th. We came right back and tied it up. 2-run single by Alexei. So it was 3-3 until the 8th. They put one on the board, and now 2 here in the top of the 9th and still hitting. High throw into center field. That was a bit of a delayed right there. So AJ picks up his first error of the season.
Air mails Alexei. And quickly, Santana picks up where the ball is. That pop-up slide gets him into third.
Holds the runner, and it's out number 2. Going to bring up Michael Brantley. Outfield spread out slightly to the left. And a reminder, make your plans to be with us tomorrow night. Finale of this homestand. Johnny Danks against Justin Masterson. And if you can't make it, that game will be over WCIU or WGN Sports on the U.
Masterson off to a struggling start. Johnny Danks has won a couple of games, but that ERA a lot higher than he would like. In both cases, it's been lack of command.
Ball and 2 strikes to Brantley. Up high, 2-2. Tigers were beaten by Kansas City today, 3-2. Collins over Benoit. Broxton picked up his 4th save. Verlander went 8 innings in that game for 123 pitches. So we leave after the game tomorrow night, going to Detroit Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to run Peavy, Floyd, and Sale out there. They're going to run Smiley, Scherzer, and Porcello.
It'll be our first look at Smiley, and he's thrown pretty well.
I've seen some highlights, and every time you see him on the highlights, obviously he's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Two out in the payoff pitch. Ball hit hard and sucked up by Alexei. And that'll do it, but not before the 2-run homer by Travis Hatton. It is a 6-3 Indian lead.
Perez, with the exception of the first game against us, he's actually thrown very well. Converted 7 of his 8 save opportunities last year. Saved 36. This the 11th time out for him. So Pastano did a very nice job of getting out of the 8th inning. And now he turns it over to Perez.
All right, boys. Might as well give them a finish. Alex will lead it off. He's 1 for 3, and he has hit it very hard twice tonight. First pitch, strike. Breaking ball high into right center. Big out always. The first out.
Perez originally came up with St. Louis, came over as a very young pitcher to the Indians, and has grown into a more than capable closer.
Yeah, he's done a heck of a job for him. As Tank, he's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Take strike 1. Danks against Masterson tomorrow night. Hard breaking ball.
What I like about Perez is he works quickly and gives you that impression that he's in command.
He's got good mound presence in that context.
Yeah, very aggressive.
That's what I like.
Attitude.
About it. Very aggressive. Yeah. Comes right at you. As I mentioned earlier, from a hitting standpoint, most hitters Your great ones, they don't care who's out there or what kind of style you got. They're going to get you anyway. But the majority of hitters, they don't like guys who are very aggressive. Either consciously or subconsciously.
Well, also shows if you have that kind of pitching demeanor that you have a lot of confidence.
Perez right where he should be, and that's out number 2. So Fukudomi has come out to hit for Morel. Brent tonight was 1 for 3. Let's get something going right here, Kosuke. Takes ball 1. One and one. So we are down to our last bullet. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's full. Back him on deck. I think the most aggressive reliever I've ever seen was Dennis Eckersley.
He was one. Rich Gossage, another one.
Goose was
just here it is.
Here it is.
My stuff's better than you, and if you can hit it, good.
And when this ball comes down, this game will be over. So Sox trying to make it 4 in a row over the Tribe this year. Can't do it, Steve. In the last losses we've had in the last week, boy, the base and balls just killed us.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened tonight. Philip Umber just had no command and still left the game with a no decision. But it was the walks. Unfortunately, then came the home runs, and that pretty much did us in.
All right, let's check out our GMC player of the game. It is a guy who always plays well against us, Jack Hanahan. He got that double that put him ahead 4-3. And the 2-run homer by Hafner made it 6-3. Our GMC player of the game. So for my partner Steve Stone, our director Jim Angiu, our producer Mike Leary. Happy birthday, boy. Our associate producer Dave Ross, our technical manager Mark Harper, also the executive producer Jim Corno Jr.,